The new announcement has brought a lot of excitement and speculation to talking about Sparking Zero, so much so that I got caught up enough into it to want to make a video, which I never do. This massive update is bringing 30 plus characters, and the plus can mean anything. I don't know, maybe don't expect things to go over 40, because I think they would just say 40 plus. I don't know, who knows what they'll do. Anyway, with that, I think that we're getting probably at least 10 more characters, we could say so, here or there. And it is kind of weird how they refilled seemingly almost everyone, but not everyone just yet. And that's making me think that maybe they have something surprising in store, like, I don't know, maybe like Android 21 or something like that. I don't know, or it could be nothing, who knows, it could just be for no real reason. There's a prolonged hype or something like that. But the cool thing about this is that, for one, it brought back a lot of characters who are still in 3 and never came back, many of which were OG Dragon Ball characters who really needed more representation from the beginning. And that's really awesome to see, and I hope that we eventually get everybody from 3 back into this game. Even the Great Apes are made up for that game, I suppose. Not that I actively don't want them in there, not at all. It's just that I personally think that they're the lowest priority, and we'll understand if other things are chosen over them all the time. At least get everybody else then please. And also put in Great Ape Goku. The fact that he wasn't in the game already is just kind of absurd, and we peel off eventually and stuff. Anyway, this video isn't going to have anybody returning from Tenkaichi 3 in it, though. I'm only going to be talking about characters who would be entirely new to this series. Also, the cool thing about it is that it hasn't just been returning newcomers, but there have been brand new characters who have been massive, really cool surprises. Least of which that is Toma, or is it Tora? He's a neat surprise, and he's really cool because of that infamous fake Tenkaichi 2 leak with him in it that a lot of people still misremember as being real or something that's like cut to this day. And then there's also the legs of Chile, which I'm really excited for, and then freaking Mighty Mask, which kind of just shows that possibly almost anybody can be in this bitch. So, with my vulgar language aside, I'm going to be telling you some characters that I think they should include in Sparking Zero, or else no Dragon Bollas, no Bollas, and it's gonna be some obscure weird pigs knowing me. Okay, so starting with my first most wanted, possibly most expected character, who's definitely the least obscure of everyone here, and I've been wanting in just some sort of game to be playable for the longest time, is Launch. Please, finally, put Launch in the game. She's not even in any of the menus this time. Get her in here. She's so needing of a comeback. I mean, she was in Kakarot, if I remember right, and, you know, that's cool, but it's not enough. She needs to be in here. She could be so fun, and just, like, her attitude alone will carry her so much into this, and she's so beloved and just deserves so much more, and I mean, it's friggin' Launch, what else can I say? And as you can probably guess, I'm mostly talking about the blonde Launch, and that's like all what I would expect to happen if she ever is put in. I don't know how you could work out with Blue Launch. I guess you could give her a funny moveset where she's just like accidentally hurting everyone, and they're like transformations of each other, but yeah, I don't really expect that too much. I'll settle for just blonde Launch, and that's where I'm at. Okay, this next guy has somewhat of a chance maybe, but I'm not really expecting it, and that is Giran. Yes, this sexy, fat dinosaur monster man who was in the World Tournament and has such a sly, stylish fashionista to him. He's funny. I think it's so cool that we should be getting more characters of this era, more World Tournament characters. Remember what a big deal the World Tournament used to be. And, you know, he could have such a fun moveset. I mean, he's going to fly around like a monster, for one, kind of like what Tambourine would do, who should also come back. And those two actually fought each other. and he could get his revenge. And Garen, he has the sticky gum stuff that he could spit out and squeeze people with, and go like ooh, ooh, and just look at this guy. We need more freaks like him. All right, my next pick is probably one of the most out ones out there, but I have seen other people asking for it. They should put in King Choppa, the guy. You know how I just mentioned Tambourine going around and killing everyone during the King Piccolo arc? Well, this guy was the one who put up one of the most fights and was able to take more than one hit to it. He was seen as a legend during the OG era, even when Goku came back all grown up and stuff, and before he made him like sweat to death or whatever. Krillin was like, oh man, Goku's got a tough King Choppa, and I mean, just check out this admirable guy, and he could have a totally unique moveset and probably be somewhat close to Namba without the elbow rushing and putting you to sleep and stuff, and I'm so glad Nam's back too, though, yes. Alright, as you can see, I'm a big fan of the OG, and I just generally think that one needs more reps in it. I mean, it's the original, like, fucking come on, can you blame me? And, I do want to see more, like, completely different characters in, as opposed to, like, more iterations of the same characters, like Goku and Vegeta. But I wouldn't complain if we got World Tournament versions of Goku and Piccolo, specifically when they fought there, because they did a lot of unique stuff there and could just be a cool little bonus throwback that would probably be easier for them to do. And put Giant King Piccolo, I mean not King Piccolo, just Giant Piccolo Jr. in there with him, Ma Jr., and, that's something I actually mentioned in the Tenkaichi 3 Iceberg, if you remember watching that video and stuff, is that Giant Piccolo was missing, and yeah, that could be a cool thing, even if we got Giant Orange Piccolo now, but yeah, the more the merrier, just why not both, why not, and, I've seen people asking for that, as well as, obviously, Kid Krillin. I'm almost kind of surprised Kid Krillin hasn't been in, like, Tenkaichi 3 or something like that, and be funny to see him be a lot more confident than his, like, much stronger adult self, and another thing that I didn't think of that I've seen others ask for is putting in OG Tien. Now that could go hard, and he could probably have a way cooler moveset than regular old Tien here, and we don't have multiple versions of Krillin and Tien yet, so this is something that I'd be a lot more down for. As for characters outside of OG I'd want, I mean, there's some that I can think of, mostly once I've heard others request. I was like, okay, yeah, why not? That would be cool to put in, like, General Dildo and, Taugama. I know somebody who really wants Taugama, and apparently, potential spoilers, there was a data mine that showed Taugama's name in the files alongside a bunch of other characters who've been confirmed of this, so talking about somebody who I'm more actively expecting, and, he makes sense to put and fits in well if it wasn't for this weirdly cutting out, like, a lot of super stuff. And, the other Universe 6 fighters, the ones that were in the first tournament, could also fit in well. One that I would be a lot more passionate for, though, is Future Mai. Future Mai would be pretty similar to Launch, like, in terms of, like, the idea of what their moveset would be. They would probably have totally different movesets, and yeah, Future Mai would be really freaking cool. And going back to OG, that reminds me, something that might be happening, which would be awesome. Again, potential spoilers, possibly stop or mute this for a bit if you don't want to hear possibly real leaks or real fake leaks. So apparently there was an audio leak for Goku talking to Chi-Chi in battle. Not, well, possibly, but not Kid Chi-Chi from Tenkaichi 3. Who should also be in, but World Tournament Chi-Chi, more older Chi-Chi, that version of Chi-Chi from the end of OG would be in, and that would be a sick-ass character. We absolutely put that Chi-Chi in here, hell yeah. As for that, I mean, I guess there's more obscure movie characters, but as much as I like to see them, I don't care about too much, and I mean, yeah, that's at least what comes to my mind right now, and it put Kokijin in that green fox from the filler episode, frick yeah. Actually, speaking of, I unironically would love more other World Tournament characters. I mean, just fucking do it. Just make that Arcan already, who cares? Alright, that's enough of me whining. I'll see you all next time, and you might be thinking, well, Wilford, isn't this going to be outdated soon? They're probably going to reveal their old characters soon, and because the reason why it's called Neo is because that's what Tenkaichi 2 was called in Japan, so people are expecting a meteor update to come after this with more characters, because that's what 3 was called in Japan, and, maybe these assholes will be in that one, so hold it out.